Hey, Brookwood Bears. This year we're going to be scheduling public spaces using the Outlook calendar feature. This way, everybody will be able to go in and book their own times. You can see availability of rooms and times when you're doing your planning. You no longer have to run to that room and look for a sticky on the window to see if there's a time available. So here's how we do this. First of all, open up Outlook. Program-based works best, but you can do this online through Office 365 as well. It's going to look a little bit different than what you'll see here. First of all, you have your Outlook open, and now you're going to open the calendar feature. I'm going to click through my calendar until I find a week that doesn't have a lot scheduled already, just to make it easier to see. Okay, and I have my calendar set to the work week, and I am looking at just 1 week at a time. But of course, you can see that you have all of these other ways to view your calendar. To find a room, you're going to click Open Calendar from Room List. Okay. And you can see all of the rooms in the district. Now let's say I want to look at Computer Lab 274. Double click and click OK. So now it leaves my calendar open beside Computer Lab 274. I can see that there's already somebody booked in the lab on Fridays from 10:30 to 11:30. So that's a time that I can't take. Let's say that I decide my computer lab time. Let's set my computer lab time. Let's say my time is Thursday at 12:30. Okay. I come up here to new meeting. Sometimes you can do new meeting, sometimes new meeting with all. If you have more than one calendar open, such as let's say I had also 275 open, it's going to try to schedule this appointment for all of the calendars. I don't want to do that. I need to only have open the calendar I'm trying to schedule. So in this case, it's okay that my calendar's open and the room I need. All other calendars have been closed. So I can still click New Meeting with All, and it will only put this appointment on those two calendars. Notice 274 automatically comes up, which is great. The subject is going to be your last name. Now, if you bring another class to the lab, you would put in the homeroom class's name. So if I'm bringing Miss Marino's class, and that's her homeroom, I would put Marino homeroom / Dixon. That means Dixon is bringing Marino's homeroom class to the lab. Now I might make a note in here about how I'm going to use this time. Maybe I'm doing 20 minutes of Dreambox and another 30 minutes of Lexia. Maybe I'm doing some of my Techtiques or CAP. It could be anything. And this obviously is going to be a fluid thing. It's something that would change. But this might give you at least an overview of how you're going to spend your time. Now, I want this to be on the 4th for my first appointment. 12:30, nope, I actually get to go at 12:20. I can change that. If you notice here, it doesn't give me 12:20. But if I double click on the minutes, then I can put in 20. It automatically goes for 30 minutes, but maybe I'm in there a little bit longer. I'm actually in there until 12:55. That's how I adjust those times to make them fit my needs. Now, this is an appointment that's going to happen every week. So I need to set this up as a reoccurrence. Okay. It starts at 12:20, ends at 12:55. That's a 35-minute appointment. Okay, that works. Happens every week on Thursdays, and it starts right here. I need to end this at the end of a semester because Outlook only allows me to go 180 days out. So if I was to do this through the whole school year, it would decline this invitation because it's too many days. So we're going to do it for just one semester, and then at the beginning of the new semester in January, we'll go back in and we'll set up the second semester. So the last one would be the 20th right there, and I'm good to go now. Okay. Now I want a reminder oh, let's say 2 hours before lab time so that I don't forget. I can set that however I want it. And we do want to make sure that the time is busy so that nobody else can take that time in the lab. Once you have all of that set the way you want, you're going to click send. Now notice this says that it conflicts with other things on the calendar. You can use that as a guide to make sure you have this done right, or in my case, I'm going to be deleting this anyway, so that doesn't matter, but you will get alerts if something doesn't look quite right. So now I'm going to send. Notice it shows up immediately on my calendar, and as soon as Outlook catches up, it's going to pop up over here too. This little circle means that it's a reoccurring appointment, and the bell says that I have set an alarm to show, to let me know at a certain time before this appointment happens. Okay. Now, if I want to look at next week, I can click over, and there's the appointment again. It's right there, and it's also on Lab 274. Now, let's say this week I know that I'm not going to make this appointment because I have a guest speaker coming. So I can double click on my calendar, and I want to get rid of just this one. If you make a mistake in the entire series, you can open the whole series too. So just this one, this week. Okay. I need to cancel this meeting. So I click cancel. I want to delete just this one, just this occurrence, and then click OK. It's going to take that after I send, take that off of my calendar immediately. It will delete from the room calendar as soon as Outlook catches up. There we go. Now I can look ahead and make sure that all of my other appointments are still there. So go ahead a week. There it is. It's still there. Go ahead a week. Those are all there. That's good. So go back, go back. That one's gone. My original appointment is there. Okay. So now you can manage your own schedule by using this feature. If you know you're not going to be there on a certain day, it would be polite to go ahead and take that occurrence off so that other people can see the availability and maybe use that time. If you're scheduling for special time, like say you're working on a CAP and you need some lab time, in the notes section of the appointment, write down how you're going to use that time. Now, your regular lab time is fairly specified. We assume you're probably going to be doing Dreambox or Lexia. But if you need special time, go ahead and put some notes in there about how you're using that time. Now, I have one last thing about calendars, and that is the library. Okay. The library is a room that's owned or delegated by Miss Campbell, the librarian. When you try to book time for open space in the library to come do some free reading, to use the loft, to sit in the cool furniture she has now, you'll need to include notes as to why you're coming and how your class intends to use the space, and also if you have any special needs from Miss Campbell. Miss Campbell, as delegate of this room, will have to approve or decline the appointment. Okay. So this room is managed a little bit differently. All other rooms are open. This room has a delegate. Miss Campbell will be the manager of this room. So if you put it on her calendar, she will have to approve it or decline it. Okay, just keep that in mind. And if you do sign up for library space and then you decide you're not going to use that block of time, you will have to email Miss Campbell to let her know so that she can remove it from the calendar. You will not be able to delete any appointments from that particular room. Okay, friends, I hope this helps you out. Please let me know if you need any help with anything. You know that I'm always here for you. And I hope this makes our life a little bit easier so we don't have to run down to rooms every time we want to use something. Okay, thanks very much.